Hey YouTube, it's Josh from Charlie and Josh, and never let it be said that I don't read your comments, because I do, and I act upon them accordingly. So I was at a bit of a loss about what to do a video about this week. Then I remembered that ages ago, like back in May, SFRobertsDickClarke had asked Charlie and I if we'd participate in some embarrassing moments project that he was trying to put together. He had asked us to make a video about the most embarrassing moment in our lives and then post it as a video response to his video. I can't say how well that project did because it's been 9 months and I've only just got around to making a video, so maybe it's not done as well as it really deserves to. Which is a shame because I actually think it's quite a good idea, hence why I'm making this video. Thinking of something embarrassing that's happened to me over the course of my life really wasn't difficult at all. I mean, as soon as he said, tell me about something embarrassing that's happened to you, literally like 8 just sprang into my mind. With Charlie it was a bit more difficult and I ended up just hounding her for months. Just, have you thought of an embarrassing story yet? Have you thought of an embarrassing story yet? Have you thought of an embarrassing story yet? Eventually she said to me, remember that time with that guy photoshopped my face onto Hitler's body and then stuck it on posters and stuck the posters all around town? That was quite embarrassing. I did point out to her that that's not embarrassing, that's just bullying. I think the reason it was so difficult for Charlie to think of an embarrassing moment from her life is because I basically do enough for the two of us. Maybe one day I'll talk about these embarrassing moments in more detail, but for now I just want to talk about the most embarrassing moment that's ever happened to me in my life. It happened when I was about 12 years old and I was in year 8 at the time. We just sat down for our morning assembly and I'd noticed to my delight/horror that I was sitting in front of all the most popular girls at school. So I tried desperately to sit cool for the entire assembly, which as it turns out is difficult and near impossible. Now I don't remember exactly what the head teacher was talking about at the time. It was something like it's important to respect each other, or don't plagiarise each other's coursework, or it was something common sense that I already really knew, so I wasn't really paying attention. But one thing that I do remember about the assembly is it was a really warm autumnal morning. But yeah, it was really warm. And the head teacher, bless her, was talking about something not very interesting. And as she was talking, I found myself slowly falling asleep. Now for what happened next, I can only really blame myself. I can't blame the head teacher because A, it's not really her fault, and B, because she has since died. So as I slowly fell asleep in assembly, I began to forget I was even in school. I began to imagine myself sort of at home, in bed, on my own, on this warm autumnal morning. And as I imagined myself at home, in bed, alone, on this warm autumnal morning, I could feel my large intestine fill up with methane gas. I could feel a fart coming along, basically. So I thought, hey, I'm in bed, on my own, on this warm autumnal morning. May as well just let it out. There's no one around to hear me. So I let out a massive fart. It was at this point I woke up. Ugh. I thought, oh no, I've just farted in front of all the most popular girls in our school. Then I thought, maybe it's okay, maybe they didn't notice, maybe they just thought it was a sneeze. Unfortunately, this confidence was allayed pretty quickly when at the end of the assembly, one of the girls tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Excuse me, did you just fart in the middle of our assembly?" So I tried desperately to think of some sort of cool, witty response to this embarrassing question, but unfortunately the best I could come up with was, yeah, I did. So if there's a moral you can take away and learn from this story, let it be this: look before you fart. So anyway, that story, as debased as it was, is one of the most embarrassing things to ever happen to me in my life. I'm not sure whether or not we're supposed to tag people in this particular game, but I've got nobody to tag anyway, so I'm going to assume that we don't. But if you have any embarrassing tales of woe you'd like to share, then please leave a comment or a video response, not to this video, but to SFRobertsDickClarke's, because I'm sure he'd love to hear them. What could you do with 39 empty shoeboxes? Banzai!